This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Sunset Trail travel trailer, and the model number is 253RB. Okay, so this is a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and walk you through it, show you how they work, that sort of thing. So first of all, you have power stabilizer jacks, and one switch operates both rear, and then there's another switch that operates both front. Very simple. They come down, at times they come down at one at a time, so that's normal. Let me show you the other side's coming down, rather than take them all the way to the ground, that is, so you can see. While we're over here, I want to show you that if you look on the off-door side here, there's a shaft with a pin through it. That means you can actually crank these manually if you need to. Let me put this back up so I don't forget. Okay, so you can actually crank them manually. Let's look up here. Okay, they give you this crank here. And as you can see, it's a cylinder with a slot cut in it. So that will fit right over that pin, or that shaft with a pin through it. So you just stick it on there and you can crank them manually if it's an emergency. Now, this little crank here, that's for the power tongue jack. If the power tongue jack was to fail, you can pull this rubber plug off the top here, put that crank on there and crank it manually also. So either way you can get yourself out of trouble. You can get hitched and unhitched, that sort of thing. Alright? So, let's go back here again, where we were. You've got an outside kitchen here. We're in the process of cleaning it up, so it's still sudsy here. Okay, you've got obviously a outside AC refrigerator. You got running water, which is a grate. You have this pull-out cooktop here, which is a grill, like so, a nice one. Now you have to plug this in, so you can see you have this hose, this LP line with a quick connect fitting there. You will plug it in right there to hook it to the LP system. So that's the quick connect for that. So you have to obviously plug it in before you use it, and then it'll draw its LP right from the trailers to LP tanks at the front. This is your water heater. The switches to operate it are inside, but this is your cap for it. Wait a minute, this one's your cap for it right here. You can see in there's the drain hole. These are low point drain covers, so they winterize the trailer. That's what those are. But right there, that's where you drain it. The switches are, like I said, are inside. It'll run on electric or LP gas. Never run it without water in it. So after you de-winterize it in the springtime and fill it with water and purge the antifreeze, make sure you switch your bypass valves on the back of the water heater and you fill it up. Always make sure it's got water in it before you turn on the heating element or the gas burner, because you'll damage it if there's not water in it. So always make sure you've got water in it. Alrighty, so you have a power awning with an LED strip. You have outside speakers, of course. You have TV hookups here and power in case you want to put a TV out here. That's, of course, your furnace vent. Your legs are adjustable on the stairs, so you can adjust them independently of each other. So you can adjust it to the terrain. This is your front stabilizer switch. Okay, let's see what we got in here. We just have light. You can see that blue hose there, the coiled hose with a sprayer on it. That's a quick connect sprayer. I'll show you where that hooks up when we get to it. And of course your dump hose is right there. Alright, so you have a deep cycle marine battery. This is a kill switch for the battery. If you ever want to just shut it down, completely disconnect it, you can just turn that switch. I showed you the power tongue jack. You have two LP tanks with automatic changeover regulator. Okay, let me walk around here. So more of the same from this side, the same stuff I just showed you. Okay. So this is telling you that this is pre-wired for a solar panel. Okay, that's what all that's telling you. There's going to be a connection on the roof where you hook a standard solar panel connection up, and then this is where the a solar controller would go. Okay, that's just an option. Now, the most common way to get water to the trailer, of course, is the city water hookup right here. You just hook it up, turn it on, you're all set. Everything is all the plumbing will work. Now, if you're camping someplace that does not have plumbing on the campsites, if it's a state park where they have a fill station or a rural rustic boondocking type situation, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and then use the onboard pump to pump the water out. Okay, so you always have that option of taking the water with you. This here is just a black tank flush. You would basically, let me back up here so we can look right here, just so you know, with the fresh water tank, that white gate valve there, I think you can see that. That's the quick connect, or the quick drain for the fresh water tank. So here, these are dump valves here. So the larger one is toilet water and waste. That's the black tank, and then there's a gray tank, sink and shower water. So if you want to flush your black tank, after you dump it, you'll leave the valve open. That's important. Like it says on that sticker next to the port, always make sure that the valve is open. Then you would screw the hose on here, turn it on, and you can flush out your black tank. It'll spray out the inside, it'll clean off the sensors, that sort of thing, so you get a good accurate reading. So that's a good way to go. If you have a working hose at the dump station that hasn't been run over, then I would suggest it. So just so you know, the type of slide out this is called an AccuSlide. There are different types. You can tell by the two cables on each side that this is an AccuSlide. Alright, this is your hookup. It's a 30 amp system. So you get the cord, plus you get a reducer to reduce it down to 20 if you need to. You have it's pre-wired for a backup camera, so you can, if you choose to, you can get this Furrion backup camera that fits in that housing and just plug and play and you're all set. This is where that sprayer goes, the sprayer port. Okay, this, I think he's got it closed, so I'll just tell you. Behind here is the basically it's cable and satellite into the trailer, and it's also a booster, so it has a pilot light on in there, and it's the signal booster plus the cable and satellite in. Okay. While we're looking up, keep in mind that the manufacturer states you should inspect your roof every 60 days, some say 90 days, but you need to go up there, have somebody go up there, look at all the sealant, make sure it's in good shape, no water can get through, make sure that all your roofing attachments and the roofing material are in good shape, that they haven't been damaged by low branches or road debris flipping up there, something like that. So make sure you inspect it regularly, that's important. All trailers need to have the roof inspected regularly. So these are your keys here. This is just a pantry. Let me wipe my feet here. Okay. Alright, so where are we here? Okay, so we'll start right here. This is your control panel right here. So you can see you have your power awning right here. Never leave the awning out unattended. Always roll it in if you're not going to be at the campsite. This is your slide out switch here. Just bring the slide in and out. Okay. Let's see here. Your water pump is right here. Right. That's the. Remember, use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use it to winterize the trailer. To turn your water heater on, light it on gas, you do that. Okay. If you want to turn it on electric, run it with the electric heating element, it's right there. Remember what I said, always make sure there's water in the water heater tank before you turn it on. And this also has tank heaters on it, so it has heating pads on all of your holding tanks. So you can extend your camping season, and you turn that on there. Of course, these are just lights down here. Okay. Alrighty. So, your TV, this is the remote for it. This is, it's a multi-function TV, so it has two speaker zones, inside and outside. One is inside, two is outside. It has FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with your phone or your tablet. and HDMI's if you want to, you know, connect a Blu-ray player or something like that to it. It's let me, I only have one free hand here, but it is on a swing out bracket, which is great. So make sure you keep it all the way closed before you start to travel. Let's see what's next. Your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC compressor refrigerator. It's very simple to operate. You have on and off, you have your temperature up and down, and then you have a economy mode. For example, you can, at nighttime, you can switch modes so it uses less energy, but it runs on 12 volt DC. Okay, speaking of 12 volt DC, right here, this is the power converter. So, what this does is converts AC to DC power. You start off with 120 AC. This is when you're plugged in, of course. You're plugged into shore power, and you get regular AC current like you have at home. You have circuit breakers like you have at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then, that's the AC side. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You see you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled there, right? If any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually glow. You'll see them light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic right here. Okay? So the other function of it is it's a battery tender. So it senses how much energy your battery needs. This is as long as you're plugged in, right? It'll sense how much energy your battery has in need, and if it's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs to charge your battery up. Of course, when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will, using the charge line, will charge the battery also. Okay? Alrighty. So, your range right here. Never leave the cover up when you're traveling. So basically this is the sparker. You turn this clockwise to spark it. Then you got 3 knobs and 3 burners, and then the oven knob is right here. So I don't know if he's got the gas turned on, but let me see. No. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to put it to high. Well, maybe he does. Let me see. Yeah, there he does. It just had been disconnected. So there you go. So it's that simple. 3 knobs, 3 burners. Now the oven is a little different. It's got a pilot light all the way to the back at the bottom. Maybe you can see it if I spark it here. Yeah, there you go. It's back there. So what you do is you come to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, then you depress it. You keep it depressed during the whole lighting procedure. With the other hand, you're going to spark it until you see the pilot light down here light. After it lights, you're still holding it in, and you hold it for another 10 seconds or so after it lights so that you can heat up the thermocouple. Then you'll go to operating temperature, and it cycles as an oven does. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. Close this up. This is your range hood vent here. Fan and light. Your, obviously, your microwave works like any other microwave. Your water, it obviously works like any other system. Stainless steel sink. Let me look around. Oh, here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector here. It should always be green. It detects carbon monoxide and LP gas buildup. So if it goes off, you take everybody outside. You leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on, okay? Now if it beeps the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you that your battery's low. I'll run you through the test so you can hear it. LP is good. Carbon monoxide test coming up. Good, and also the low battery alarm coming up. And then it goes back to green. It should always be green. If it's not, get it serviced. It has to be green. Okay, so in the bathroom here, this is a GFCI, obviously. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, even the one on the outside. So if it pops outside, you reset it inside. Your toilet sits right over the black tank. That's the black tank right there. So the rule is you can't use it dry. You can't use it with a dry black tank. So when you get to the place you're camping, you pull into your spot, you hook up the power of the water. Then you're going to come in here, you're going to put 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you're going to step on this pedal, water will come swirling out, and you hold it open until at least a gallon of water goes into the black tank with the chemical. Some people use more water, it's up to you, but at least a gallon. And then you're ready to use it. You can't use it dry because if you do, the smell will be terrible, plus it can get clogged up. So always start off with with if your black tank is dry, always start off with chemical and water. All right, sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. You have a magnetic strip here, plus a rubber strap just to get a good grip on it. A fan, obviously. Okay, so your there it is over here. Your thermostat is right here. It's very simple. You just hit the mode bar to light it up, and then you go through the different modes. If they give you an option for fan speed, always choose auto. So you can drop this table down and use the back cushion to fill in the space and turn it into another bed. Okay? This is also a bed. This is a hide bed. The cushions pull off the back. There's just Velcroed on. So you set those aside. Then you're going to grab it down here. You're going to fold it out, drop the legs, flip the back down, and you got a 3-panel hide bed, which is actually a pretty decent bed. It's not like the old hide beds used to be. So it's pretty good. Let's see what else we have as I move through here. Pet station is just a place to put dog bowls and things like that. It's even got its own cool blue light, like the dog like the dog cares. Okay, so this is your emergency window. If you need to escape, you push that all the way open, all the way through. Then you grab hold of the red tab, you pull the screen out, and you can escape in an emergency. Of course, the bed comes up, and there's storage underneath it. All right. Your TV hookups are here. There's a backing plate here, so you can put a swing-out bracket so you can see it from the bed. All right. Let's make sure. Yes, this is because it's a 50 amp surface. It's pre-wired for a second air conditioner. So that's what they're telling you here. The air conditioner would fit right in here if you were going to use it. Okay. If you're going to add one on. Okay, this tool is you could use it up above here. You'll see there's a place to attach this by the motor. You would put it on a portable grill, and you could actually get the slide out in and out in an emergency using this if you need to. The battery, I guess, goes in the smoke detector. We'll put that in there for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing this trailer here from National RV Detroit. I want to remind you to always inspect the roof every 60 days. Go up there and make sure everything's in good shape. And right now this is winterized, so all the water's been purged from the system. The water heater is bypassed and empty, and there's antifreeze in the system. Okay? Thank you.